Hey y'all, welcome to the Layn Turo Quick Tips. You might want to consider maybe adding unlimited miles as a concierge service. You don't have to do this. Every strategy is different. Some strategy you probably won't want to actually give like unlimited miles. Like say you have maybe really deluxe cars, like maybe a Lamborghini or something, or even hey, it doesn't even have to be a deluxe car. Maybe you have some type of car you just in your territory you give it unlimited miles. Does not make financial sense. But it could be a good idea in some markets, like for example in the California market and also in the Hawaii market and a few other markets as well that I've actually experienced and also done research on. It's actually phenomenal because oftentimes the people don't go too far actually. So maybe how many places can you go in Hawaii? It's a beautiful island, but at the same time, it's only a small radius. Or say you're a host maybe in San Francisco. It's basically a small city, beautiful but small city, so they can't really go too far. Los Angeles is a little bit spread out, but the certain places you go to are hot spots where it's usually typical areas they go to. So once you calculate this and figure out if, hey, at this amount of time that they have the car for, they only get maybe 300 miles per trip or 400 miles per trip. Calculate that and divide that by the days you allow. So I would recommend giving it like about maybe a test run of 10 to 20, 30 trips, at minimum 10 trips, and then give them unlimited miles. And at the end of 10 trips or whatever amount you want to give them, you divide it by 10. So for example, say you give 10 trips to 10 different renters, then you basically divide their miles at the end of the trip, add them together, divide it by that amount, say 10 trips, and now you have your average number. Figure out that average number is parallel and kind of corresponds well with your miles you do want to give. So maybe in your mind you only want to give maybe 300 miles, for example, or 400 miles per trip or per day, whatever the case is. Figure out how much more, how much less, or if it's right on point, how many miles you have, and you have your answer, people. And if it goes way over where it doesn't make financial sense, then you have your answer. Don't do unlimited miles, or increase the price so it can make sense. And if you find out, hey, it's right under my amount anyway, as an answer right there. On average, you actually have, say, 10 trips, 20 trips, 30 trips. On average, they're under the amount or at the right amount or just a little bit over. That might be worth getting unlimited miles. And now you get that extra badge, an unlimited miles badge, that when someone's looking for a Turo trip, they'll say unlimited miles, and that's an extra benefit to help you outcompete other Turo hosts. How do you recommend it? If you're going to consider unlimited miles, go about it in that way to calculate and reverse engineer, do research, divide it by the trips, and compare it to the number you want to give. And that's how you figure out if unlimited miles are for you, people. Like, subscribe, share. Welcome to Layn Turo Quick Tips. Currently not. Peace.